fun following Bubba this year. Anytime you follow Schumann, Carl might be a little dead. Kidding. All right, who's up?
I was just having a little fun with Mike a while ago about coaching his son. I don't know if you have a son that's in the game right now, but can you talk about the dynamic of seeing how Kirby's a son of a coach, Muschamp, and he's coaches. What's just been your observations seeing that?
Man, just a lot of pride, right? Just first off, to have a son that has the ability to play college football, and then you get the opportunity to coach him. I mean, that it's probably a very rare occurrence to be able to coach your son in college. But coach has such pride in Drew and what he's been able to do, and he's done an unbelievable job too. And he coaches him like he's no different than anybody else. Treats him like everybody else. But the sense of pride is there because there'll be some highlights he'll make, and in the offensive unit meeting he'll highlight them and go, "Hey, that's my boy." So it's pretty cool to see that. And if I ever had the chance to coach my son, I don't think he'd be any different.
Yeah, Coach, over here to your right. I'm curious where your energy comes from. Where's the juice come from? You seem to have ample.
Well, there's a very high expectation, Brooks, that you bring it. All right, that comes from the head coach, and so I don't want to disappoint. And so, first off, is I do it because the expectation around here is you got to be the best coach at your position in the country. And if you're not having juice or you're not having fun doing it, how can you be that way, right? The other thing is I get a chance to coach football at the University of Georgia, my alma mater, coaching tight ends, okay, which I believe the best position group in the country. Why would I not be excited to come to work and do that, right? And so I'm very blessed, I'm very thankful to have that opportunity, and not to say it, I'm not moody. My kids get on me too sometimes when I'm not in the best moods, but it's just that excitement to be here, man. I mean, walk in with that G on my chest, and that means something to me personally. My family's changed my life. And so, why wouldn't I be excited? And why wouldn't I bring that juice every day?
Coach Bo, we're talking about your sake, and mentioned that in the short time he's been in the program, he's not afraid of being uncomfortable.
That's right.
I wonder if you can kind of give some examples of kind of how he's kind of worked through that.
Yes, sir. All right. So first off, it's Jurasik. He's Polish. Okay, so I learned that during the recruitment process.
Okay.
And Ben, first off, an unbelievable kid. All right, unbelievable kid, very mature, as you would expect, a graduate coming from Stanford. He has a presence about him that's this just calm, poised, in control. Nothing really, makes him get upset. Really, not that he's perfect, but he understands. He's mature. He's able. If a bad play happens, he's able to put it behind him and move on, and a lot of times younger players can't do that. So he does have that maturity and that senior leadership that our room might have been lacking because, we have a lot of younger players in that room. But, he's fit right in, Dash. He fits our room from a toughness and a physicality standpoint. He's physical at the line of scrimmage, and he fits our room from an athletic standpoint too. The dude can run and catch. It's one of the main characters you got to have to play tight end, especially on our offense, is the ability to run and catch the football and the ability to do something with it in your hands once you do catch it. And he's shown all those qualities this point in camp.
When we talked to Coach Smart last week, when he was talking about Oscar, he said just how durable he is, how dependable he is. He said he didn't feel right. He felt like he never missed a practice. Just what have you seen from him as he's gotten ready for his junior year and what he's bringing to that position?
That's a great question. I'll say this, the biggest growth I've seen from Oscar is just from a maturity standpoint, right? From a leadership standpoint. He's always been here with Brock. He's always been here with Brock and Darnell. And so he's never really had to assume the role of leading the room. And when you've never done that before, you don't know how they'll respond when they're put in that situation, right? And so from the time that Brock left, Oscar just naturally stepped into that head of the tight end room and really hasn't looked back. And, even having been there, Ben's new and Ben's older, and we'll rely on Ben's senior leadership as well. But Oscar is the, unquestioned leader of our room. And so he's always been very physical. Run game mechanics as far as just footwork and hand placement and pad level, Oscar Dell's probably one of the best ones I've coached in the run game, to be honest with you. And so that hasn't changed. Freshman year to now, obviously he's bigger and stronger. He's always been really good at the point of attack, and we've worked really on consistently catching the football. He's improved that. But the growth in his leadership ability, the growth in his maturity has been the most pleasant surprise for us. And that's really what we needed in that room and our offense.